That's what I meant. I was talking about in character,
Shush.
bro. You need to learn how to listen.
Shush.
That's your
Shush.
issue. You're
Shush.
listening.
Shush.
We were talking about your character,
Bruh,
not you.
he said shut up, so shut up.
You
Thank
shut
you.
up. You shut up. That's
Both
why
of
you
us,
answer the
I'm
question you want.
muting both of us.
Anyway, toxicity out of the way. Um, the creature bursts back out of the ground as Diaz ends off his long rest. I hope Diaz you're here.
I am.
Thank you. Um, the initiative order still stands as Shuvir, your turn comes up first as you see this creature. You hear the crackling of the kind of sandstone as you get a short rest. You don't reset your hit point maximum, and you can do arcane recovery, all of that jazz, whatever you reset on a short rest else. Um, you just giving you your insights that you asked before.
Hmm.
You would not feel healthier than before, else you don't have a body that the shadow weave casting can tap into, and your mind is kind of connected to this kind of wooden box you have in your inventory, and there's nothing else the shadow weave can take for a toll apart from, well, parts of your soul, so you don't recover it. Yeah,
I,
as you
so
see kind of
mm,
like
I just don't
this.
know what my current HP because I recovered it because you did a long rest and I pressed the long rest button.
Smart.
I'm gonna have to check it. I'm not gonna. So I think it was 62 or 68. That it was
You
the.
you rolled a fourth level spell, a second level spell, and another spell, right?
We, luckily, we have it in the bot commands. We can
Yes.
calculate it properly.
Yeah. You
Mm,
you can just look it back up.
mm.
And also
Um,
on the table, but I don't know if that is nope, that is gone because you rolled some of them at the table, not on D&D.
oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But I
Against
know you
the.
did Dimension Door, Misty Step, and something else.
I have 62 in my mind. Well, that's what I remember. 62 something.
I know you took
Uh,
47 with the Dimension Door, as far
oh,
as I'm aware. What
if
is
we
your
can check
maximum hit
the.
points?
So what I did instead because it bugs when you do it, I basically just removed the current HP because when I try to reduce maximum, it just bugs because as long as I see, you know, I see that that's the HP,
Mm. Yeah, you
the
didn't
current.
do it in game log else as well. Huh. Difficult.
Well, doesn't it say how much damage you take and stuff
The
in there?
last current that I have of you is 81, but that was probably before the dimension
No, I
door.
had lower than that.
Yeah.
62 or 68 is what I
52
remember.
is your current.
No, I mean I was
Oh my.
fiddling with it.
Oh.
I was fiddling with it to get it to 62,
Hmm.
but I
Okay.
miscalculated. Let's see. History. Can you see here? Can. Did you upload that thing? I mean,
Hmm?
seeing this is very unlikely that you'll cast any more spells like that. And not sure that you can do arcane, so she will probably not be a very active part of this anyway. So it may not matter too much. But I'll look it up in the background.
Mhm. Okay. Your turn comes first though.
Yeah.
As you're
Um,
awake or wildly awake at first.
yeah. Reading like seeing that like holy shit. Um, she's going to try using the normal. So you can use the shadow weave in three different ways, I guess. Using your soul and then using just connecting to the shadow weave, and then using the normal weave, right?
Well, you know of two taps of magic currently, which is the normal tap into arcane magic, aka the weave, right?
Mm,
Which you use your
mm,
spell slots for, or scrolls, or magic items. and you have the shadow weave casting that takes a toll on the body or the soul, as you realize. Um, you can also roll me an Arcana check real quick. Just as you look back into your alive memories or flash of it.
Mm,
Um,
31.
31. Damn. You would feel that this kind of whatever murdered your physical body might have been the shadow weave drawing magic.
Mm. So the
Pretty
thing that
you're
actually
sure. You're
thing that
pretty sure.
actually
Yeah.
okay, so the thing that actually killed her was the shadow weave
Yeah. The
that called.
shadow weave taking a toll on you for drawing magic. You don't recall drawing magic, but yeah, it's the same thing that happened to your
Hmm,
body.
um, yeah, I mean she cast it through the shadow wave like I think, 2 times, but it was like first level slots like 2 times or something.
Correct, but
And
something
there were
seemed
no
to, or it seemed to
restriction.
constantly draw magic at some point from it.
Okay. Um.
That
Hmm.
seemed to have murdered your body, and now you're here. As you take the same tap of magic, you feel it. You feel the same. It's like a
Okay.
flashback for a moment.
Um. Does that logically make sense, or could it
Yes.
potentially be that? Could it potentially be that basically she was summoned, or like basically like your she was it was meant to happen that this was in intention of someone in the Shadowfell
I don't
or
know.
a deity, because normally would assume that that's not the case of how it normally should be. That it's do this to the point where it kills you.
You
She
don't
don't
know.
gain any insight like that, right? Okay, got it. Um, okay. She will try to use the normal weave to cast. Well, okay. During the time that she did study his body and stuff,
Hmm.
did she manage to figure out if she can cast mage armor on him or not?
Mm, you don't know.
Okay. Um, she's gonna try to cast mage armor on him.
Expend your spell slot, and the spell fails, as there is no tap into the weave.
Okay.
The only
Okay.
as you do so, you feel that it's it's like the ley lines are like dead, like cut.
Got
There's
it.
no ley line in this realm. You kind of feel also with your Arcana check that the shadow weave is very prominent. Duh. And also, it seems that the kind of channeling through technology with magic still works, as proof you are within.
Hmm.
It
Got
doesn't
it.
seem to be a normal type of magic what they are or he is using or imbued with.
Yeah. Um. Blessing of the Raven Priest. That's something that she could potentially do. Like she don't know, I guess.
You
This
can
would be a
try.
more racial
Is it
thing,
an
but
action?
wouldn't that it's a bonus action, but isn't that is it connected to her soul or her body? But that's
As a Shidarka, it's technically connected to your body, but I allow it.
yeah. Well, yeah. Shouldn't do that yet. But how is it? It sprung up to the ground, right?
Um,
Um,
to the top part here. It
yeah,
cracked through the ground and through the top layer. The table is open, just
yeah,
for your awareness.
yeah. But we are not in any risk of falling down at the moment, right?
Not unless you jump off.
Okay,
It
got
does
it.
produce a crack in the kind of overhang, but not too bad.
Okay, she's just going to. That was her action. She can. Yeah, she's not really doing anything else than that.
Hmm.
But what she's gonna basically you're doing, because I guess you sort of can skip her. Um, she'll basically try to like. She's not gonna try and use the shadow weave, but she's gonna try and basically um, absorb, because the weave is not normal weave is not working, but she's gonna try and um, basically absorb her soul essence back, or basically trying to absorb part of the shadow weave into her own magic, sort of thing. She's gonna try and basically attempt that a bit instead, since she cannot use
No, that
use her normal magic.
roll me a flat d20 and d100.
Yeah, I know that is a long shot, but yeah, 13 and a 45.
No, you try to sense for it, and you feel through the ley lines around, like not touching them, but just trying to sense them. They're there, but like it's like a uniform mass.
Mm.
It's
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 uniform.
like it's like pouring a cup of water into a bathtub and then putting the mug back, trying to get that 1 cup of water out of it that you poured into it.
Okay. Yeah.
It's the closest description I could give. Like you're getting water out of it, but not your cup of water.
Okay. Yeah. For the next coming turns, can you hold an action for a bonus action?
No,
Yes, you can.
you have to use to ready an action to use a thing, and it also
Okay.
gets rid of
Well then,
your reaction until you do so.
yeah. Okay. But can you do? You can hold a. You can, yes, like hold action
Well, you
to
used your
base.
action to cast,
No, no, I
try
know.
to
But it's
cast
just for
magic.
the future, like end of her turn. But basically, on
Yeah.
her next turn, can she
Yeah.
hold an action to miss something? Things like that.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Or Raven Queen or whatever. You can also hold an action to counterspell, which, you know,
Yeah.
gets
Okay.
rid of your action, your bonus action, and your reaction.
Yeah.
It's a
Nice.
possibility. You can use any class or racial feature by a certain determined point. You can also ready an action to just walk away from a creature when it gets within 5 feet. It takes your entire turn, but you can do it. There's a you should read up on the ready action on D&D
Mm,
Beyond. It explains it
mm.
pretty well. Yeah.
What she's basically doing for the yeah, no, end of her turn.
Yeah, the creature buries the rest through and leans onto the kind of stone bridge. As it needs to get 60 feet upwards, it owns a climbing speed. Let me just look at that real quick. Yeah. Damn, it's fast underground. I forgot about that. It has 20 feet of burrowing through the top part and 30 feet climb. So it dashes and gets to you. Yeah, it needs to dash.
Both packages of one.
Um,
You gonna let me
yeah,
do this?
that would be its turn. Hey yo, your turn. Hey yo, Hex.
Arguing with his phone now.
Sorry, guys. I didn't know we were still in combat. I thought we actually got away. The deals actually got away, so we didn't get away.
No, he didn't keep running, so no.
Okay, yeah. So bonus action wings, right? Fly wings and then fly away from combat. Dash, fly 60, 30, 30. Fly away from combat for a minute. Wing spread. Out
Okay.
Mars. Ace of Mars.
Um, sure. Yeah, you see a shaded set of wings as you leave its feet range.
Yeah, I fly
10
away out
feet
of.
squares. Just you were. 10, 15, 20. Sorry.
60.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. As you're
Convert.
vertically hovering, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm assuming it's probably, with this being said, I'm pretty sure it's going to chase, right?
Oh yeah, it's gonna chase you.
Yeah, so it's not letting us. Okay. Yeah, with that being said, a bonus action. Who's got damage right now?
No one.
May I tap into, does it now with the Shadow Wave stuff, I would know. Does that cost me vitality as well? Like it does Shavir?
You never did it. Not as she did.
Okay, well I'm a
It's
divine being.
it's it's a thing for full casters. You're a half caster, are you?
Yeah, paladin.
You can't learn it.
I mean, next level I'll be able to do it because I'm going to probably level in source, start taking sorcerer next. But
Okay, yeah. You can mark it down in your brain and like, oh, that's a thing I could look out for. Yeah.
yeah, well, I mean, Hayel is different than Craven, so like he would actually have like arcane. Hayel actually has arcane because there's got to be. But in any case, that doesn't matter. If it's gonna chase, then right, uh, mm, dash, yeah, flies in the air, and then that's dash counts as an action, so I
Yes.
can't. Well, fuck.
Well,
Yeah, man, I just fly up in the air as high as I can, and is it out of his threat range or reach? It probably has reach. I don't know.
It
Wait,
is
How
out
instead
of
of flying
reach,
straight,
correct? Currently.
instead of just flying straightly up, we can just keep flying in the direction of Grace now.
You
yeah, he
can.
probably. Yeah. What's the total of the dead's range? 60 feet or
Yeah.
120?
120, I think. You should
Yeah,
know
yeah.
more than me.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's Madison's favorite spell, and I'm not at the computer. So I know Madison's favorite spell is 12 death, so I know you know about heart. That's why I asked you.
It should be
How does it
120.
animate it? It's a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, I know it's wisdom saving throw, but what's the range?
60.
60? Okay. Yeah, just fly me 60 up. It's gonna chase. So, and then total of the dead. Can I do that?
Yes, barely in
Wisdom
range.
saving throw 16. DC 16 wisdom saving.
17.
All right, it beats it by 1. That's a hell of a DC. Yeah, the hell of a fucking wisdom, man.
No, -1.
Minus
It just
1?
said no.
Oh, okay. Say, oh, I know that spell. No.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah. So yeah, I am my turn, man. Fly up into the air and
Okay, Diaz, your turn.
Right now we're in the air, right?
Correct. You don't have control over the wings.
That's fine. What I can do, however, is can you identify works on creatures, right?
Correct.
Okay. Should I do that though? That's the question. Or
You.
actually, no. It's within 120 feet, right?
Sorry? It is within 120 feet. It's 60 feet away.
Okay, and it's
You're
currently
on the
trying to attack.
you're on the same height. You're just hovering
Okay.
like 40 feet above the air.
Okay, and it's trying to attack us.
Well, you don't know. Maybe.
Interesting. Okay.
but now you have an aerial speed.
The problem is, Diaz, you would realize is psychically very powerful.
Right.
It did also say that it is immune to psychic.
Yeah.
It actually did.
So it's trying to give me information, but that information is taking over because I am dummy brain, and
Basically.
it might be trying to attack me, or it might just be the creature doing creature things and me misunderstanding it.
The creature, my goals are beyond your understanding.
You're killing me. It's like,
And I get my point across now, do I?
I'm going to. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can identify it.
Okay, roll me a spell attack.
Let's see. I got 18.
Let's see. Okay, you don't get anything on its physical characteristics, right? But you do sense
Right.
a large metallic crystalline object um, throughout its entire spine. It's almost you almost do a physical like X-ray scan for a moment, right? Almost like an X-ray pulse.
Right.
You see the kind of creature corresponding to it almost as you see this pulse going through and you see this large crystalline structure. It's the same kind of purple things that cover its tongue, so it seems to cover almost all of its internals, and it goes down even where it buried into, right? And you see the
Mm-hmm.
creature is like 60 to 80 feet long underground still.
Jeez.
You get some insights into its physical characteristics by it. You can assume it has a burying speed somewhere between 60 and 120 feet.
Okay, so that thing's pretty fast at burrowing.
Oh yeah.
And interestingly enough, it's similar to me, but different.
It seems of the same technology, but older.
Hmm. Part of me wants to get to know it, but part of me knows that I might not survive that process. So, uh, that was my action. I'm going to use my bonus action to talk to Hayel and be like, "Hey, if you can control these wings, I think it'd be best if we," and I point to the direction where we're going to go see Grace, head over there and just uh, get as far or get as close as possible as we can to it.
You want to get closer to the creature?
No, to where we're heading to Grace, basically.
I say
Or
it's going to chase us. He said.
it's like, yeah, well, it's gonna chase us regardless.
Yeah.
That thing is massive.
How does it look? I mean, that did the 20 damage. Does it look scratched in any way? Probably not.
It has this kind of blackened mark where you touched it on one of the kind of sharp antlers, almost, right? Um, you see it has a like on the outer shell. It seems to be like scorched and blackened, right? Almost deteriorated. But as you see this like tiny crack, right? And you see the flesh under it seems almost unaffected.
Mm.
Well,
Yeah, unless you
you
can take it.
realize you are in Shadowfell. They are Shadowfell creatures.
Yeah.
Necrotic might not be the best weapon of your choice.
Right.
Yeah, so yeah, we should head in that direction unless you think we can take it.
Well, do you have
Yeah,
anything else than necrotic?
I do actually radiant because I
Or
do radiant damage too. This sacred flame and smiting is always a thing. But what do you guys want to? I mean,
I'm pretty sure that Grace won't be too happy if we just, hey, there's
huh?
a I'm pretty sure that Grace won't be too happy if, we just come there and like, hey, here's a giant worm.
Yeah, true.
It's just gonna follow us. It's
Deus
gonna.
doesn't really. Deus doesn't like Grace that much though, so
He's gonna follow us. He says to you, and regardless of where you go, it's gonna track you.
he's
Well,
like, yeah, well,
if
that's
we
the
go
issue
by
currently.
just salvaging materials from it, we could lure it closer to where she is, and then once we're closer, we'll try to kill it. If it doesn't
Yeah.
work, we'll try and run away. Because
He
that
said,
saves us the trouble of transporting it back to Grace. Because
"Nice
didn't she
chat."
say she wanted materials? It's just
He
materials.
says, he says, you need to mute that. He basically says, my, I've already disgraced this place once. I'm not gonna do it again by taking this thing back to my sister's home and putting her
Well,
in danger. Not gonna
not
do that.
not all the way.
Yes,
Like
still near her.
half an hour away from her or something.
Still too close for a
What,
creature
an
this
hour
size.
away then?
That's relatively dead. Would I know how far away it'd have to be to not hunt Grace or the general vicinity of the creature's hunting?
No, you know it tracked you
Dead.
more than 500 feet or more.
Okay, I don't know. Dead has died. I don't know.
No, I said it tracked you more than 500 feet away. It may or may not have a max distance on it searching.
Yeah, well, where she is, she's fine. He doesn't want to bring the thing to her. That's
Shavir, you look into the purple stuff on your short rest, right?
Yeah.
On your rest, and you look into it, and just like it's non-magical, but on the way it feels almost like, think about a pheromone or a bait.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the creature affected Diaz with it. It's like hunter's mark.
Yeah.
It marks a creature for its hunt. So if you get thrashed by it, it's like, yeah, I got you in my sights.
like Soldier 76.
Yeah, it was. Hey, at least he got that one, and yeah, it makes you very susceptible to tracking. It's
More
like
so that it's
like a
after us.
like a digital ping,
Mm.
like on a map.
It's more so that it's zoned in on us than. I don't think we need to worry about it going after Grace. This purple stuff is like a homing beacon, and
It drops.
it is focused on us. Unless
Diaz
we
looks at
lead
his
it,
hand. Shit.
unless we lead it directly to her, like on her face, it won't attack her. It will be attacking us.
Well, it says
And
what happened.
assuming we can defeat it, wouldn't it
What
be better
happened?
to defeat it closer to her? She would thank you for the materials.
Yeah, or I could also get into trouble because I've already did this once, and the plane looks like this because of Craven's actions. The plane now looks like this. You're asking me to do this again?
She told you to get materials, did she not? She never
Yeah,
told you
but
in
we have
what
to kill.
she never told you
Kill it.
in what state you'd bring them back. And also, we're going to kill it before, you know, it gets to her. Because it's zoned in on us. It's just if we slay it here, do you want to travel 8 hours dragging this thing? I don't think we're even able to do that.
I mean, that's on you. You guys want materials. I have nothing to do with that.
You're wanting to get back in grace, so to speak, right?
Yes,
And
but
she
killing.
asked for materials. Getting
Yeah,
this thing back to her and killing it closer to where she is would certainly get you back in her grace a little bit more.
I mean, he's basically just says, yeah, but I'll let her come on graces on better terms than attracting a monster to where she lives.
You're not attracting it to where she lives. You're just taking it closer to where she are.
That's dangerous for her.
No, it's because it's tracked in on us, and we're going
Deal.
to kill it.
But what happens when it kills us? And it wants to track something else, and she's a close thing. You weren't thinking about it.
She's strong enough to deal with this, and it's zoned in on us. It's zoned in on us. So when it's done with us,
What
it'll
happens when
probably
we
just
die?
move on.
If we were to go down in this thing, then what happens to her? Because now she's vulnerable. And yeah, if it's strong enough to kill,
she's strong enough. She's probably strong enough to deal with this thing. Not saying that we should leave it to her, but we can take it closer so we don't have to drag it.
I mean, he just doesn't want he completely against like bringing his sister to danger, bro. Like he don't want to do that.
Not putting her in danger.
But you are. You're asking this creature to be drugged back into her vicinity. What if she's not strong enough? Do you assume because we're all angels that we're all just overpowered? It doesn't work that way. I obviously am weakened in my power. She could potentially be in a situation if this happened to this place, and if it's not the garden anymore that it once was, she's probably weakened in power as well. And I will not lead this creature back for her demise.
Let's get it 1 hour away from her. That is a very long distance, and even if we die, it won't be going after her.
You don't know though.
An hour is really very far away.
Yeah, but this thing can burn like 500 feet.
Yes, 500 feet takes
in an hour's
minutes.
travel.
500 feet takes minutes.
500 feet of movement and a large creature, I highly doubt it's going to take him that long to get where he needs to go.
Yes, 500 feet takes minutes. An hour would be very long distance.
I don't understand why we just can't kill it here and then we just take the parts, like
Then
bring
we
her.
have to salvage it and get those materials there. Or I guess we could,
Why don't you just bring her
get
to
her
the
to come
kill the
here.
creature? Get her
Okay,
to come
you
here.
know what? Do what you want. You're not listening
You're
to me anymore.
bound into the same body. How does he going to do what he wants?
Yeah, I mean, I can't.
You're not understanding the logic of my argument, so.
Well,
just do
yeah,
what
I
you
mean,
want.
because you're asking me to bring my sibling to danger, which I'm not gonna do. I'm already being punished
I
once for
already
it.
told you that it's zoned in on us, not her.
Yeah, what happens when we go, or when this thing deals with us? You assume that this thing's an easy kill, like we're just gonna kill it.
That's not what I'm saying. Just
We have
saying
to
that.
have.
What
We
I'm
have to have.
saying is that when it first tracked us, then we were very close to it. We almost walked into it. Then it put this mark on us. It likely can't just auto detect beings that is an hour away from them.
You don't know though,
Well,
and that's
based on the information that
rather
I have
close.
so far, it would point towards that.
What check would that be, dead?
Sorry?
What check would it be making to, like? I don't even know what the fuck this creature. I can't do it. Never mind, because I rolled a shitty history check earlier.
Based on the fact that based on the fact that it didn't attack us until we were almost like literally upon it, seems to be that it tracks within proximity of it, not a super big proximity, but it seems to be that we stumbled across where it was rather than it's actively tracking us where we were. Seems to once it's find its prey, it marks it. Like now, based on this information and the homing beacon, I don't think we have to worry too much about it finding her an hour away. That's just my assumptions and what I concluded from the data I researched.
All right, fine. Who's all right? That's what we'll do. We'll do the hour away thing. He says it's on you, but if my sister suffers, you shall suffer as well. Just know the stipulations of what you're entailing right now. If my sister or anything in the shadow or anybody close to me or my family suffers, you will. I'm just giving you a heads up. So
Well, if we're
make your decision wisely.
we're dead, we're gonna suffer.
Says nothing as he just ready gives control over to you.
Well, she don't know how to fly. I mean, I guess you do
Oh,
because
yeah,
wings
fly.
and bad and shit, but
yeah, he's gonna fly. He's gonna follow
why not
Shavir's.
just shoot it from afar while
I mean,
we go? He can
he's
shoot it from
probably,
afar, right, Deuce?
yeah, that's what I'm gonna. Deuce is not here right now at the moment. I don't know where Deuces went.
Correct. Deuce is currently a little bit, I don't know. I messaged him. He didn't message back yet. So I will probably hold your little combat shenanigans here on hold during this time
Until he gets back.
until
Technically,
next week, probably.
Okay,
if
yeah,
you can
next
fly,
week.
we
So
can just shoot it from
Because
afar.
I don't want to
wherever.
run combat with him not being around, because he is literally the only physical person being attending, right, in character.
yeah, until I get. That's what I've been trying to get a body back.
I know. I'm aware.
Always that way.
So we gonna have a short break, and then I'm just gonna hop over to Sin and Don in the lower channel.
Yeah, they're over in the. Yeah, everyone's over in that lower channel there.
Okay. Okay. Good. Then I'm gonna see you two next week.
Okay, going down to lower channel.
Yep.
Yep.
Have to use the form.
Oh,
use
God.
this one. Totally not because a criminal syndicate's hunting what
help.
they think is me
What?
down.
Oh God, people are talking very loudly.
Oh
Okay.
God. Ooh.
So we're all dead. We're all dead now. Me and Shavir and
What the hell happened?
What the heck
happened? Ross said it was too late for him, but Sin and Fragile. See?
Yes. So we gonna switch over.
Deuce also saying he'll be back in a sec.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait, wait.
but that
So
will
in the time you guys
Yeah.
you're dead. You guys are dead now.
resolving
No,
all
Nope,
of your
we're dead.
problems right now will take an hour or so, and like this, you get some time for next week, and then you know what you're willing and want to do, right? So in the meanwhile, I'm gonna
roll
have
it.
some food. We're gonna have a 10-minute break, and then we're gonna be right back.
Huh. Neat.
Be aware
Yeah,
the
we
stream
dead,
can
bro.
still hear you.
Yeah.
We died.
You sure you don't want to mute that, bro?
Alright.
Severe self-destructed us, bro. Blew stuff up. She had this one ridiculous spell she used. I don't know what it is, but she blew us all up.
Just
One
just
power, then
man,
took
the
down.
roommate team just absolutely just went out in flames.
I don't even know how we got ourselves into that situation with that thing in the first place. We did someone go over there and touch it or something or play around with it.
No, Deuce
Hmm.
just
But,
acted without
Yeah.
asking. You. He
All right,
just
I'm
went in the
back.
direction.
How did you die?
We didn't die this long.
I mean, it's just like
What'd you get killed by?
We didn't. He's lying. It's like fifth time saying it.
yeah. I mean, to be fair,
Yeah,
it's
we just
very
did. I was just
believable.
kidding, bro. We didn't die. I'm just kidding. I was just wondering.
You're near death. You're near death. Are there any more people near death I need to know about? Everyone else.
Me?
Yeah.
You
Mhm.
Who knows? Maybe since I got hit by something, I can get like a robotic eye.
You know what? Shit. I'm still at half health too.
Sorry, Deuce.
I currently have
Because
no
you
health.
left, we don't get to play anymore.
Yeah, my bad. My mom started yelling and told me to get off the phone and stuff.
Yeah, we're done. We're done for this week now, though.
Yeah, my bad, guys.
I mean,
Hopefully
I
we can do next
was
time.
trying to figure out what decisions to make, and I was like, Dios. And it was.
Yeah, my bad.
Can I
Can't really do
please
anything
tell
about
you
it.
not to use that specific word on my stream, please?
What?
Hex.
Oh.
I
What?
know you are of
What?
said ethnic race, but you please don't use that word on stream.
What word? What word? What word?
Well, it starts with the letter N.
Oh, that word. Sorry,
Yeah,
my
please
bad.
don't.
I forgot we
Yeah.
were. And that's why I said you sure you want to leave that running. I forgot.
I said that beforehand. My future sight must be getting better.
Mhm. Yo, you getting powerful in real. You getting powerful in game and
Oh,
in
be
real
glad
life.
that I
Right?
dragged you down that time when you fell asleep.
My bad, Dad.
Fuckers can't keep their mouth.
Just hey, my predictive ability is getting a little bit better every single time.
You getting powerful in real life and in game.
Yeah, it's-
Dawn is slowly
real
becoming
life,
Dawn.
yeah. In game, the only thing that I haven't gotten stronger in game, it's just if I don't die immediately, I'll survive. That's
Huh?
it's not a matter of strength. It's just more. Well, I have more utility, I guess.
Alright, I gotta go take a shower.
Don is like together apes strong.
Pretty much. I have to hide behind a bunch of people who are actually powerful. I'll just make sure they won't die. I'll give them my type of durability, which isn't
Do you
much,
want
but
you want to live or live? There's no dying.
Don, it's not much, but it adds up.
yes, you see, it's honestly feel like Don is just like he's doing like tax evasion when it comes to death. It'll catch up eventually.
You're wanted
The
by the death
Grim,
police.
yeah, pretty much. The Grim Reaper is like the IRS, and they're just like, okay, this fucker's had way too many near misses. What the hell? Well, damn. But you know, I mean, look at the bright side. You guys survived a giant snake creature thing.
So we didn't survive. We never got to finish.
I mean,
Well, that means you're still alive, right?
you're still alive at the moment, so that make ad free definitely came in clutch.
It's like you just kind of press the pause button.
No, it's Dark Souls. There is no pause button.
Yeah. You just kind of backed out, or just like, I don't know, they decided to get a tea break. I don't know.
They flew out of like 60 feet range, right? And like Shavir and Hayel and Diaz are like scheming a little bit what to do against it, right? And Diaz just realized, oh shit, it's a strong psyker. It doesn't need to be in melee combat.
Yeah.
It does psychic damage. It just needs to be durable enough to do it. That creature is made for attrition. And you know, Dios is made for nutrition.
Well, depending on how ranged it is, if it's like his lightning jolt, whatever, 120, and his psychic stuff is 60, then you know it'll work out.
I mean, yeah, just
Yeah.
run, just like Dawn's Guide to the Galaxy. It's a book. It's on Apple. It's on Kindle. You know, 1999 has all the answers to world's questions. They're usually one-worded responses. It's like a magic 8-ball. It just gives you vague answers and just what to figure shit out.
If
Yes,
we
ma'am.
can slay it,
I mean, it's
it
just
will be smarter to slay it closer to Grace because she needed materials, and we sure as hell ain't gonna be able to, you know, just
drag that
that
thing.
whole thing. So it's
Yeah.
better to kill it closer to her, where it's easier to salvage the materials. And
Yeah.
if
Or
that
you know,
thing
you can
follows
just
us, that saves us the trouble of carrying it because it,
yeah,
right?
a
There's
smart
logic in
idea.
that.
That could definitely work.
Because if it's do or die and it or us anyway, then may as well have it be closer where we can actually benefit from its materials
I
more, not
mean,
just
you know, end of
grab
the
what we can carry.
well, when you go
Since
to
it's memory
Grace
stuff.
with this creature, it's just like
The
for
only
Grace,
well, no, because here's the thing. The thing I
Not
want
gonna
from the
go like
creature is
directly at her, some distance away.
right.
you're
Because
just going close enough. Yeah.
yeah, and since they want to talk to Grace, the only reason why I'm willing to even go back to Grace, even though she hates my guts and wants to eliminate me and erase me from my existence, is the fact that I have two different people instead of what was his face, Ash. So hopefully she might be kinder and give me some stuff back or actually help us out.
What did you do to make her hate you so much?
Existing.
Exists.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's racist against
Yeah.
Warforged.
Yeah.
That's
She's
why Deus is like, if we go to Grace, we go to Grace.
Well, I mean, see it from her perspective. You're, she's
you're
been working with technology before, and like
just
you're
and
an
your
enologist.
race is just known to like cause mass destruction.
yeah, but Deus has no memories, so he doesn't know what he did wrong besides exist.
Yeah.
Deus is quite literally, I exist. Oh, look, a person. I'm going to try to help them. Oh, I get knocked out and kidnapped. And then they say that I deserve to be knocked out and kidnapped. It's like, oh, and I just found out this other person works for Shar. Great. Okay, well, seems like the other person was with Shar too. And gets person who works for Shar shoved into him.
It's I feel like the universe is sending me messages, but I'm just gonna not respond.
Yeah, currently he's just like everything that I have encountered so far has just not been. It's
Everything
been
Char
experience.
Hey,
everything Char related you've encountered, it's either just been yay or way the fuck nay.
No, there hasn't been no yay.
Oh
Shavir
damn.
hasn't been
There's
mean.
been an
Shavir hasn't
okay.
been mean to you.
Yeah, there's been an okay with Ashtar, and then Shavir seems decent enough, but then he's just kind of sitting there like everybody who works under Shar or just sharp related things in general is just kind of eh. So he's like, I'm not that
It's
down to
more like
Hey, she's
they're
the
cool
one.
people, and then when they got to like the allegiance of Shar, that's when shit was just
Yeah, that's why when AL was like, "Hey, you should join under Shar," Delos was just like, "I don't know."
I don't know about that, champ.
it's just like you could be like us, and it's like so trapped in a body.
Think of
Yeah,
like if
that's
you
Being
met
very
forced
the
to roommate.
missionaries, the old style missionaries before you like found out about Christianity, and like after meeting and hearing about their stories, you finally get somewhere, and they're like, "Hey, you want to hear about our Lord and Savior God?" And you're just like, mm, "I don't know,
He
Chief."
was the one that tried to persuade you. She didn't.
You were like, just because I'm a part of Shar doesn't mean I'm evil.
Yeah, darkness
Only on
doesn't mean evil.
What?
just on Sundays.
I mean, you know how many fucked up things Saloon do, and so-called goddesses of light. They're
Hey,
racist. They're racist as fuck. They're racist as fuck. They're not good people.
eh,
What you see as good
it's
or
a
bad,
matter. Hey, it's a
it's
matter
a
of
matter of
perspective.
perspective. Yeah, it's a matter of perspective.
You know what? You know what? I'll
They
say
don't.
this.
They don't think she's a bad person.
Look,
Thinks that
hey,
people. Thinks that
my
Saloon
God is
people are
chaotic
intolerant.
good. I know she's done evil shit, but hey, we
But
can't
hey,
all be perfect, can we? Now you either, I mean, you can either look at it
yeah,
as Shar, the
yeah,
person who's trying to drown the world in darkness and kill everyone,
you don't even
destroying
know
the
the
fucking
reason.
planes,
You don't even
right?
know the reason for it. Just because that eventually, potentially, is a
She's
goal
just doing it for the fuck
doesn't.
of it.
No, you don't know that.
You're right.
You don't
I
know the
don't.
goal. Maybe a bigger picture that you're not seeing. Maybe a more cosmic, bigger picture that you're not seeing. In order
Man,
for there to be life, there needs to be other things too.
you guys can keep all your dark juju over there. You know, I'm cool. I'm cool. You see,
Like a
just
forest. Like a
like,
forest. If
hey,
it
Dawn
gets
hiding behind a
overgrown,
wall of
needs a fire.
tsunami water, right? And he just says, I think I made myself clear.
no, I like I like freeze the water and just make it like glass, and it's just.
I think I have a
It's
very
just
I would
all.
say,
clear standpoint. Oh god.
Okay, okay,
Ouch.
dead.
Yes.
If the souls get reborn, are they real
it's
killing?
I think there's that. And the
Dawn
fact
is
that
just
It's
evil
definitely
hardware running good software.
your mindset is just to your mortal self and your mortal being. You're thinking so one dimensional.
You don't get
It's
it. You
bigger
don't
than
get
that.
it.
You
This is
need to
my
think
only
about
ticket to
falling,
heaven.
yeah,
So
death and birth and things like that. Not taking
hey,
it
Don
hey,
Don looks at his possibility to actually go to heaven for once after having a doomed life and soul and just like, damn, I'm not losing it.
damn! You're
I think
telling me I
Deus
can go to the country club?
Deus is kind of just wary because one, since he has no memories, he just doesn't really know exactly what to do, and then two, as I said before, everybody related to Shar has just kind of been,
You see,
and
Yeah,
then
she's been
hey,
nothing but good to
no,
you and respectful. She hasn't been
no. See,
racist to you at
no,
all.
that's the thing. You're like one
Talk
of
to you like
the
you're a person.
You're the
no
first
before you
reasonable
Ashtar.
person.
Yeah, Ashtar was like he got reasonable, but after some digging, and
he
then
went
like
on like a fucking, he went on like a fucking like a zealot tangent.
yeah, and then Grace was Grace. She let me
Grace
live, I
was just
guess.
like, I don't give a fuck. I don't. She didn't even say follow Shar. She's like, I don't give a fuck about your existence. Leave.
Yeah, she was like, "I'm gonna spare you, put this other guy I hate into you, and then yeah, go survive or
And
die."
then Shavir's reasonable. You know, it's like, hey,
Shahu was
we
like, "Oh, you see, he shot me through the neck. He
Shahu didn't
deserves
even make
this."
an argument. He just banished you.
No, that was Regina, Poor
That was
Regina.
Regina, and then this time you
Oh.
save him, and he's like, "Oh boy, thank you. You nearly got me killed."
Yeah, but no, the third main reason he's not following Shard just yet is because, well, you two just appeared out of nowhere inside of his head, and he's just like,
Well, Shavir
Did I
literally
trust the
came out
voice?
of nowhere.
Just
Yeah, he's like,
yeah,
did I trust the voices inside of my head, or
Diaz,
That's what
Diaz,
Loriente's
like
doing.
scratching his chin, walking up and down in his like metallic robes in his own head, being like the god that he intends to be, right? And he just sees Shavir, looks over, and it's just like, ah, shit, a human.
Humanoid life form. What is this level is?
Oh shit, a rat. Basically.
Start speaking rat speech.
Uh, anyway, meanwhile, on the other side of the universe.
I would
I mean,
not be surprised if her true
you
self
see,
actually had a fucking rat tail. How much
for
time she
for
spent
for
on it.
Deus, fucking Hayel and Shavir, they're just the equivalent of pop-up ads. No one clicks them.
I don't understand that reference.
It's just like, like on one side you've got the, hey, your phone has a virus, and then the other one's just like, hey, you can get a free car by clicking this link.
I don't believe
It's
how
not quite
accurate that
converted.
is.
Not very accurate at all.
You guys are pop-up ads for Deus. Like the
Yeah.
you guys are like the spam likely calls.
Hey,
Okay. Sin, you here?
Hello.
Please give me a
I'm here.
recap of your last session.
I got blasted by a cannon.
Apart from that, what else happened?
Well, then like the last session, which my
Yes.
group, my group basically made it out to the church and whatnot. We got stopped by a random guardsman who was asking for my ID in the middle of a skill apocalypse world and whatnot currently. And then a good chunk of my crew got blasted by ice by a giant skeleton. We were more focused on trying to keep ourselves alive as big light and shooty things happening on the other side of the town that we couldn't see. And after all that was done, we go back to our main mission, try to reach the caravan. And we decided to run to the caravan because they want me to be the main person to make decisions. Wrong decision, as we got blasted, and we got blasted, and yeah, I'm currently unconscious, stable but unconscious.
Yeah, pretty much. You, the last thing that you remember is you see this military caravan kind of packing up right in the middle of this very scary, very fast-paced combat as the creature that froze like hundreds of feet in one instance falls. Right, you run for the military caravan and you see a guy in the back and he seemed to have like a big staff and he pointed towards you. You still see him like shouting out something through the all the chaos, and like you couldn't even hear it really before you see a spark and kind of a runic pattern on the ground before it erupts in flame and tears your group into unconsciousness fairly quick. You would wake up an hour later and at the expense of a hit dice if you have one.
If I have hit
You
dice.
recover a singular hit point for the expense of one hit dice. As
Okay.
the creature reviving you has no healer's kit. um, So you end up at a grassy place. I don't know if you are aware of where you are. If you look into the stream, you would see it.
Let me drop a note.
Else into Tabletop Simulator. At the side of the road, there is a kind of tree line and an outgrowth, you would wake up there, surrounded by a handful of people and the gunslinger, including the white-haired witch lady, a commoner girl that you've not been in the city for too long, but you've seen the tiny guy. No, I don't know if you have been with Urigo. No, you've not. It's the bun lady out of character. The middle-aged elvish lady and a young
Didn't she die?
boy looking. No, she's actually alive.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought she died.
Yeah, I rolled her death saves off screen and she's actually alive. So as the gunslinger basically dragged everybody's out of the city after most of the skeletons fell, right? He was just looking at this gate and he's just like, I'm not gonna ask any questions. I have to get your asses out of here. I can break my head over this later, right? And a boy at the back's leaning kind of unconscious, more sleeping looking on a tree, like halfway bowed over. You see him breathe calmly. He has vivid wounds all over his body, right? You see his like side of his lung is kind of like collapsed on the right side, but he seems to be the fuck asleep. Like he's not unconscious, just asleep. It's Luke.
Let me get back.
Wait,
Yeah,
So,
at the side of the road. Um,
I thought we took him with us. Sorry for interrupting. Just I
I
remember
would
me and
have to
Remy
take a
taking the
look at that.
we couldn't break
Because
him out, so we were just like, well,
I
we'll
have
figure it out later.
care.
And we just took him.
No, actually not, because Ramiel blasting the same radius there where Luke was in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he's
Oh, we
under the
didn't
effect
take
of
Randall.
feigned death, so
I mean, we still had to clean up the bodies, so because
correct.
we
They're
wanted
still
them to be
laying in the town
purified.
square, but that's a problem for your town
Yeah,
next week.
yeah. I thought we took most of them. Okay, okay, I'm caught up. Thank you.
Please mute yourself for the rest. As I still need. There we go. Um, as you would hear a caravan in the distance, then on horse.
okay. That's getting PTSD of caravans. Let's go. So like, yeah. So I just, so I like so I just wake up and you see all these people like around, whatnot,
Mhm.
right? And and like, and the lady's still asleep,
Unconscious still.
unconscious, and the
But
death slinger is not asleep.
yeah, the gunslinger has 4 hit points and is vividly bandaging bleeding wounds.
Yeah, she just kind of, gets up a little bit, whatnot, just like being, just being careful and holding her head, just like and walks over to the gunslinger, being like, well, that plan wasn't smart of me, is it? Was it? They go over to him, just noticing that he's bleeding, and just kind of,
He looks up for a moment
pat
and
him on the head, and cure wounds.
he looks up, right, and he's bandaging kind of his wrist as you see this like well, blackened torn burn on it. As he's bandaging it up, you cast your cure wounds. Roll to heal.
Okay. Where oh, that was the wrong server, that's why. Okay.
Please roll in the right server. That would be splendid.
Yes.
I also changed my stream layout. I think it fits a little better because now you see Discord and the tabletop simulator at the same time.
I don't know how to do spells. It's exclamation point S, right?
Cast. Exclamation
okay.
point cast and then the spell's name and then its level.
Don't you have it?
Else you can use Beyond 20 if you have the browser extension.
It's released because then you just press the cast button and
Yeah.
it
And it
just
displays it automatically.
plops up.
There you go. You heal for 10 hit points. That's good.
Oh, that's nice.
So he's 15 health away from dying. Okay, cool. He looks up at you and he says, "Thank you."
you're you're welcome. You helped me, so I think it's fair.
He looks to the side and he mumbles something to himself and you see him like grits his teeth for a moment. I can't stand the military. Fuck people.
just just kind of like still smiling a little bit, just being like being like like yeah, but it was a high end situation, and we ran to them. And last time I remember, I'm not made of bone. I'm not all bone.
Yeah,
But
I don't see myself being a skeleton either.
yeah, I guess one of them have a pretty fast fingers for all the wrong reasons.
Anyway, uh, you're right.
Just like they
Kind
kind
of
of like
points at the
look.
100 wounds that you have over like your entire body.
Yeah, just kind of like looking on them so bloodied, whatnot. Their head still hurts, just being like, oh yeah, I'm kind of fine.
Yeah, sure. You should sit yourself probably down. He kind of looks over his shoulder, and you would see as just you would see a caravan in the distance or a singular person riding on horse, as on the other side we would have Fragile Soul's character. Um,
Hmm.
please explain your exterior to me and the others. What would they see from a distance? As
Well,
you and your caravan split up, as you got to the general kind of direction, you don't have a general map, so you see the town in the distance, and you see the sky being like black and red around it. You don't remember anything said like that, and it seems to be in chaos and on fire. Um, the group that is perceiving you is also not stealthed, and I assume your passive perception would pick them up as well. As you see
well,
a set of what appears to be adventurers on the side of the road, like almost everybody of them is unconscious.
hmm. Well, in the distance, they would see what would seem like a young man with tan skin and black hair, riding on a singular horse, coming towards that, wearing what seems to be like old and worn leather armor, coming their way, looking towards at the burning inferno that was the city. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say in the situation. Yeah, I don't.
Okay. Um. Yeah. You see a few bushes and like a set of few trees, and this kind of alcove of sorts, kind of a you know an open space behind the trees, and they seem to be either hiding from somebody or something. Presumably whatever the city is state is currently in. So either they are who did this or they're victims.
Well, my mind is sort of switched between whether people who are hiding are made the mess or probably victims of the mess that is.
Yeah. They don't seem to be your evil necromancers, evil wizards, evil whatever. They don't seem to be dragon mancers tearing down a city.
Yeah, yeah. I would have noticed them with my passive perception,
Yes.
right?
There's some
Well-
40 to 60 feet away.
40, 60 feet away.
Yeah.
I would stop my Morse from. I would stop
Yeah.
like I would stop my movement currently looking towards where looking at the burning city, and I would notice the people that were hiding from in the open space that were just between
They are not
trees.
actively hiding, no. They seem to be
Not-
trying to be unseen, but it's hard to do when you're unconscious.
Yeah, I would sort of call out to see whatever not they are call out to see whatever not what's going on over there. I would call hey, what's going on over there?
Sin, you would see the gunslinger kind of look around the tree for a moment, right? He looks at the guy and he says, he tries to get up, but you see you see his leg, his right leg. Yeah, it's crispy.
She just kind of just be like, you 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 did enough. Just sit tight, whatnot. It's a person and looking at him.
Yeah, he
Nice.
kind of
The
looks at
weapons.
his fucked leg and he it's a critical, you definitely see it's a critical wound and his movement speed is aft. He's like, we're not much in a condition to fight anybody currently.
I'm sorry about that. Can you please repeat that?
He looks down, right, into his equipment on his burnt crispy leg, and he looks at you and he squints for a moment and he says, we're not up for a fight, whatever he wants.
Yeah, yeah, hopefully they're not like the other people, and I'm gonna, talk. I always did have a great mouth. They just start
Yeah,
they
he
kind of
he
start
he kind
slowly
of
moving.
yeah, he proceeds to put his shoulder back behind the tree, right? And he's just scream before you fall unconscious.
All right, just she starts somewhat moving over to him and whatnot because yeah, and just being
Okay, you
being
walk into the bushes
hey,
and
not
past the tree, I
into the
guess.
bushes, to the edge of it and whatnot. She's not
Oh, yeah.
going that far.
Okay, sure.
She's just like, hey,
You have
who
to
are
shout.
you?
It's
She's like,
shouting distance.
hey,
So.
who are you?
What's your name?
Yep.
Pretty much.
I would someone what's going on over there?
Did you say what's going on over there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then it's then they say well, do you mean here or points in the direction of of the city and be like over there?
Both in general.
Oh, thanks for a bit. Scalepocalypse?
Scalepocalypse?
Mm-hmm. Like over there is really overrun with skeletons. So if you're going that direction and you still want to go that direction,
Good luck.
be safe. But if you're talking about here, we were there until the Scalepocalypse happened, and we got hurt, so we retreated. You they they say.
people injured over there?
Just being like,
You
being like,
look at her,
oh,
right? And Sin as a creature has 1 hit point currently, so cuts and signs of necrotic influence.
they're just like, yeah.
Deterioration, tear, and wear.
Yeah, I think yeah, you're hurt pretty bad. Yeah, I think that's yeah. I should have noticed that.
And like, yeah, people hurt over here. Just like looking behind them, just being like they're not directing themselves to themselves, but it's like more just like, yeah, there's people here that's actually hurt. Like thinking of others first. I mean, like, and you're not like a just as like a safety precaution. You
You're
don't
not
have
gonna
something
murder
that
us.
going to one blast us and two you're not here to harm us, right?
No.
I can insight check that, right?
You can if you want to.
Yeah, she's just gonna do this. It,
Roll for it.
19.
What are your intentions? Fragile. Fragile.
My
Hmm?
my intentions? Oh,
Yeah,
I
your
just wanna.
intentions.
Well. You see, I'm kind of like between the fact of worried and I'm worried that people might be actually seriously hurt and I want to help, but I'm also confused on why this seemingly person that is completely covered in wounds is not is like
Not
is
like, anywhere in pain. Yeah.
yeah
Like acting through
I'm
it.
I'm between the feelings of worried and confused. I'm confused and worried. I'm worried. Worried.
Sin, you would see the physical confusion of his look, right? In kind of the worry in the eyes of the guy. It's more of the like, it doesn't seem like a mugging person, because usually when you have somebody that goes around like raiding caravans, they never go alone, right? They're always in packs, like in packs of 5 to 10, and they always like wear bandanas and hoods and daggers and bows, and they all come up at once. Why would a singular guy come up to you of a group of multiple? Like, there's
Okay.
no harmful intentions in this. He also doesn't
Just
seem to be too powerfully geared. He has a horse and some combat gear, yeah, but that's probably survival sake.
okay. Yeah, they just kind of just like look at you up and down like for 1 second and mean like, yeah, can you come can you come? People are hurt here. Like they're a little bit more welcoming. Just now, like actually kind of like smiling a little bit more, and like.
All right, let me see. All right, let's see how let me see how I can help with you. I like get off my horse, like and begin to
Yeah.
and take it by the reins and pull it with me just to the area where all the injured people are.
Yeah, it takes you like some like 2 or 3 minutes to traverse that little bit of forest, as it's not too easy with a horse, but you would see the kind of alcove and a set of like, yeah, 5 creatures in total. A boy in the back, seemingly asleep, even despite having pretty bad wounds. You see a girl covered in black leathern clothing. She has a bunch of charms on herself. She looks a little bit like a hag, right? From the book. A girl in the back having a kind of apron on, and a guy in some fancy-ish clothing with a very burnt leg. Like on the top part near the hip, you can see like through the flesh into the bone. And Sin, of course, having signs of well, necrocy or deterioration around chin and a few of the appendages. Apart from that, they see at least the two of them seem to be conscious. The guy with the burnt leg and the girl.
I would say, like, since you're now closer, you can tell, like, yeah, that smile is like holding so much pain. It's like
It's basically super forced.
it's like aggressively forced. It's just like if they're not smiling, they may be currently on the ground dealing with that pain and not getting back up. Just being they're like, well, yeah, welcome to the currently hurt people. Him, I still don't know your name. Pointing the gunslinger is something's wrong with his leg. I don't know what's wrong with. He's still out cold. And that's the only two I really know. The other two.
All right, let's see. Let's go to the kid who's currently unconscious right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is to check on to see what's currently up with him, because I'm kind of like, if the guy with the burnt leg is still like conscious, right?
Yeah, the guy with the burnt leg is conscious. He's like in between of biting into his coat and looking at his wound and just like vividly working on something that looks metallic.
Well, if the guy has enough energy to work on something, the guy can be fine. The guy's fine. I go.
He's fine enough, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna roll a. I'm gonna check up on kids. Does that mean I have to? I'm gonna make a medicine check.
Which one? Sorry.
The kid, the one who's unconscious. I'm gonna make a. I'm gonna walk up to the kid who's unconscious and
Yeah,
roll a
the boy that
check.
leans unconscious to a tree. Yeah, a medicine check, please.
How do I make a medicine check again?
Medicine check with Avray is exclamation point S.
S.
Yeah. Sorry. C for check, and then you
Yeah.
type in medicine or med. Yeah, med. So.
Oh.
Without the dot.
Yeah, without the dot. Editing doesn't work, sorry. It doesn't recheck after you send it the first time.
Oh, hold on.
You also have to have the character linked. I hope you linked the character before.
I did.
Okay, then it should be updated. Yeah. You look to the creature, right? He has a collapsed right lung, and he seemed to have like a crushed foot. But apart from that, the creature doesn't seem to be at 0 hit points. So the creature doesn't seem to be unconscious from the wounds that the boy has. Roll me an Arcana check.
Arcana check?
Yes. As the only other way of bringing a person to unconsciousness is either poison or magic, and the creature doesn't seem poisoned.
Shit.
Maybe magic. What kind though? Don't know. Something wants him unconscious.
Okay.
That's all you know.
Well, he has a looks like he has a collapsed right lung and a crushed foot, but it doesn't seem like he's unconscious from either of those, strange enough. So I'm gonna take a gamble and think it's magic.
Well, actually, I don't know where he came from, so Could be, yeah.
Yeah, but I think that collapsed lung is gonna cause him a few troubles if that doesn't get healed through soon.
You see the gunslinger, right? Like the guy just like bites away, like rips his teeth out of his cloak, right? And he says, "I tore him out of a building. That's all I know."
Alright.
He was breathing, so I did that.
I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna I'm gonna cast a spell on him.
Mhm.
I'm gonna I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. How many hit points do you recover to the creature?
Yeah, hold on. How do you?
Exclamation point, cast, and then the spell's name. So cure would just work. No. Exclamation point, cast.
Oh.
Yeah. And then the spell's name. It gets a moment to get used to, but you recover 7 hit points to the creature, as the boy seems like as the lung seems to like heal up a little bit. You see like the boy, even despite being unconscious, coughs for a moment, right? A bunch of like bright red blood comes out of it as it gets almost flushed out of his lung. You kind of feel for it, and there's air entering that one again. It's not completely healed, but it definitely like you see the kind of blue kind of swelling on the lung also dissipates, as there seems to be like cracked ribs and such in between. It seems to have fixed a lot of things, but not his unconsciousness.
All right. Well, I guess that's the most I can do right there, right?
Yeah.
Well, I turn back to Sin. I look over my shoulder to look at Sin, hey, and ask her, hey, you know any healing spells?
They're just like, yep, I do.
Well, I guess. Well, do you know if there's anything's coming right now, or
Like, what?
like, okay, so do you know like if anything's like if there's any more skeletons out right now or something?
I mean, does is it obvious that if your character is a dude or a girl?
Sorry.
I'm asking if Fragile's character, is it obvious that they're a dude or a girl?
Fragile, is your character a dude or a girl?
He is a dude.
Okay. There
Because
you
like,
have your answer.
because like, just like, sorry, Mister. I just like the the minute that we kind of talked, I only been up for like a second. So looks over to the gun. So look over to the gunslinger, being like, "Is there any skeletons nearby?"
His face is still like pained, and you see this guy has been like so much in combat for the past 12 hours. The guy has a set of exhaustion. He's like his face says, "Please, somebody knock me out."
Well, I'm not gonna get an answer right now, so
Just like kind of looking at like being like, "Well, since you're done with him, can you focus on him?" Pointing at the gunslinger, being like, "Man, you really need to tell me your name. I'm gonna keep on calling you Mister."
okay then. I walk over to the gunslinger
Mhm.
and like kneel down next to him, like and like I once again cast Cure Wounds.
Okay, roll for healing.
We just healing.
Okay, you fix up a bunch of the cuts on the shoulders, arms, and such with the cast. What still persists is the vivid burning on his like knee and to his hip upwards, right? As you can roll me a medicine check to figure out what is up with that leg that it doesn't heal from your magic. Okay. First of all, you see on how well it's an explosive, right? It's 100% an explosive that did that. As you see the kind of vivid streaks. Usually when a fire hurts you, it kind of produces this big bubble, right? Filled with, usually starts to feel like liquid and such, and like goes pretty large. But when a explosive force combined with heat tears it, right? It almost leaves holes and tears in flesh. This is what seems to be happening here. It is also a lingering or critical wound. It's nothing you can just heal like that. It needs time at probably like a greater restoration, regenerate, or equal spell to just fix it on the spot, which barely ever even heard about somebody being capable of such a feat.
Okay.
You can't fix this leg here.
Okay. I turn back to Sin again. Hey, you have any bandages?
Starts digging through their bags, trying to see like do they even have anything that can act like one. Um, no, don't have bandages, but I have one. I have different clothes that we can tear. Make
Sure.
yeah. So they just kind of like they just kind of go through the disguise kit and just being like, and just like kind of like take like a shirt and just being like, yeah, I could buy a new one. And
Okay, your disguise kit now has one less disguise in it. So you had
Mhm.
5, now you have 4. You have 4 users left.
I had 5 in there.
Yeah, you had 5 different costumes in there. Now you only have 4.
Let me just
4 working ones.
write that down.
Yeah, please note that down on the item's
All right.
description.
All right. So yeah, they just kind of like take one of the costumes and just go over to you and just being like, and like they kind of like have it on their lap and whatnot, and just like, and like they're trying to gauge how big the wound is before they start ripping. Like, how big is it?
It goes from like an inch off the hip downwards, right? On the upper leg, past the kneecap, and like halfway down the, well, what is it? It goes down the entire femur and then like halfway past the kneecap.
Yeah, she sees that and just being like, oh, good news. I don't need to try to rip this.
Yeah, you can see the bone on the entire way down, right?
Just like, eee. All right.
Yeah.
So they just kind of look over to the guy and being like, and just being like, I will help. And they kind of look over to the guy, gives him the thing, and being like, I'll help you, but you seem like better at the doctor thing, whatnot. I like to cast guidance on the guy.
You see the gunslinger, right? And he's like he's in pain, all right? And he's like biting into the like the collar of his shirt, right? Of his suit, and he's like, I don't care, kill me or knock me out, just do it. Whining on the floor.
We just
Like
been healing him, so
because Sin, you realize this guy dragged all of your asses into this place, right? This guy has been pumped with adrenaline and it's wearing off.
oh god, and it's like it's being like, can you bandage can you bandage him while I he needs to sleep. That's the least I could do for him.
Okay. I take the
Also, I
clothing.
cast guidance on him just in case.
I take the clothing costume, whatever. and begin to bandage the leg, I guess.
Okay, roll me a improvisation check. Does just a flat d20?
Plus a D4. I cast
Plus a
guidance on
D4?
him before. Mm-hmm. I believe so. It's a D4.
How do you say improvisation?
Yeah, the D4 that can be rolled.
That's a d20. You can make it pretty complex with the dice roller as well. And now a flat d20. A flat d20, please, for improvisation.
A flat d20.
A flat.
Mhm.
Flat.
Yes.
Yeah, just a D20.
A d20 without modifiers. Nice. Yeah, you.
I don't know what.
Damn!
What is
What
going
the
on?
hell? Yeah, you get 8 pretty clean straight bandages out of the kind of white plain shirt. You get it's a healer's kit with 8 charges. Damn, that shit is useful.
I kind of look at the bandaging I did, and it was I'm like, I did better than I expected. I'm confused how I did this.
Looks down on the bandages. A miracle.
It's clean and sparkling. That's how good it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. You feeling pain? Because if you're feeling pain, I'm just gonna I'm gonna try to help with that.
You're gonna knock him out?
And that'll be funny. It will be painfully long, but
Yeah. I added to your inventory the healer's kit, just so you're aware.
Yours good.
Yeah, a healer's kit with 8 charges, resembling the 8 compression bandages you have in there.
Wait.
You basically have a set of 8 bandages in your inventory that you can stabilize people with.
Oh, okay.
I also rolled max on the amount. I rolled 2d4 and I rolled 4-4.
Okay, I have 8. I have a hero kit now. Yay!
Yes. So, yeah.
I got lucky on my first try. I'm not gonna jinx it. Don't do that.
Sees next roll be a nat 1 and killing the fucking gunslinger.
Kill the
please
guy.
don't use that against me, please. I love it.
Anyway, so you have bandages. What are you gonna do with them?
Well, I'm gonna go to the guy with now the fucked up leg, I guess, and
Yeah.
try to bandage that.
Okay, roll me a medicine check.
Oh god, please.
Please don't fuck up.
Please don't kill the gunslinger. Oh shit.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh Jesus Christ! I should have just be like guidance immediately.
Sin, yeah, you look into the bandages, right? And he just like he puts the bandages on and he like shoves the gunslinger onto his side a little bit and just vividly bandages his leg, and you see the gunslinger try to like stay conscious. Oh god, horrible. He bites like into his wrist, right? You see the teeth kind of go into his flesh for a moment before he just faints.
Just looks at him, just being like, being like, I don't like. I'm not a doctor, but should you be a little bit more careful when you do that?
Trying. But I don't know what happened last time. I don't know what happened last time, but this is me. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
Well, he went. Well, he felt so much pain that he went night night. You know.
Yeah, I mean, at least you got what you wanted, right?
Yeah, but Do you need help with that?
Yeah. Just. Wait. This doesn't mean I use one of my charges, or
Yes.
okay? About 7 charges. So let me
Yeah, you have 7 charges left.
give 2 of my charges.
As
Can I
for
do that?
as for everything in my campaign, trying something and spending resources always expends the resources. Doesn't matter if you succeed or not. Just so you're aware.
So I'm gonna give Sin 2 of my charges from a
Okay.
healing kit.
Yeah.
And
You hand her
after
2 of the bandages.
okay, so
Running up with
I want
bandages
you
in
to
my
go
inventory.
around with these. Do you see that guy? I point to the guy that's like leaning against the tree with the really fucked up leg. You know? And I told her to go bandage him, alright? I'm gonna go around trying to fix everyone else up.
I thought we already were trying to bandage the gunslinger.
Yeah.
No, the other guy with the fucked up leg.
There is only the gunslinger that has a fucked up leg.
Oh. Just
Yeah.
okay. Just go around the other people and bandage them up, I guess.
Yeah, just like maybe like if you're going to keep on working on them, maybe try to be a little bit more gentle with your touch. You know, maybe not to press too hard on the thing. As they're walking along, she's going to give him another guidance. She doesn't trust that.
I'm just gonna continue working on the gunslinger, trying to bandage up any other wounds or.
Well, the rest seem to be healed from your spell, from your cure
Well,
wounds spell.
She's going to go over to the lady.
Okay, you go over to the lady. Which one? The
Warlock lady.
The warlock lady. Okay. Yeah. She's fucked up, right? Like really bad. She has this like very very large wide burn over her shoulder and the neck and her face, and yeah, she doesn't look too well.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. She's just like, okay. And like, get close, take one of the bandages and try to, not break her.
Medicine check, please.
Oh god, let's see.
Yes. Yeah, that'll succeed. You put the bandages around her shoulder and kind of her chest around and around her neck, just not too tight. You can't really do much about the face, you can't really cover up the mouth. That's probably something that will heal over time or not.
Yeah, it's just like just being like, well, I did my best. Oh, hopefully that will heal and we can get you actually proper medical care. Yeah. And she will go over to the other lady, the unknown lady.
Yeah. She wears an apron and she seems to be a commoner.
My kind of people.
Yeah,
No,
she's missing her left lower arm. You see, you see the belt of the gunslinger being wrapped around the elbow piece.
Okay. Man, what a trooper. So like, is that the only wound on them?
The gunslinger had to action search to save you all. To make 2 medicine checks in 1 round.
Yeah. But I'm asking if she's like,
It's just like,
is
oh
it like
shit, she's bleeding
bleeding?
out, fixing the one person with one arm, getting the belt off and onto the other arm in the same moment.
She's
God.
gonna,
Is there Anyone else injured?
Apart from Sin, no.
Okay.
She's gonna like so is it covered or anything because like is the wound covered?
The elbow? No, there's literally just the you see it's kind of blue because of void of blood, right? And the belt is kind of like as forcefully closed as you can make it.
Yeah, she's not gonna mess with the belt, but she's gonna wrap it like above the belt,
Yeah.
but not also being tight. So it's like just in
Yeah.
case she messed up, it's not gonna
Sure, medicine check, please. The only thing that can
okay.
undo the belt is if you roll that one.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that.
Oh, I do, just for funsies. No,
Oh,
but
thank God.
you're even with your blood loss and your kind of dizziness, you managed to make it, and you wrap the kind of stump into the last bandage that you have, and yeah, it soaks blood like a lot still, even despite the belt being there, but like she's not gonna bleed out or anything. It's probably just the lingering blood that has been in there.
Or even get like an infection. Now it's covered.
Yeah, it definitely will help. Because open wounds, especially missing limbs and lingering injuries, will infect 100% of the time if they're not bandaged.
There you go. Yeah, she just moves back, rub her forehead, and just being like, well, that's I think that's everyone. Just like, yep.
Except for you.
Yeah, yeah. You see her turn around and say it, right? And Sin, you've been doing a lot of actions, and you have 2 sets of exhaustion. As your smile kind of fades, and you feel your head as you're like really dizzy from the blood loss and the kind of like running around and doing a bunch of stuff. As you have 2 sets of exhaustion.
All right. Yeah, it's just like, well, yeah, everyone's now fixed, and just like, just like, it's like I'm fine, but I just kind of sitting down and just like sitting down like at a tree, and then just kind of just laying there, just being like, I am completely fine.
She basically like has this like smile, and it's just like leans to the side, like on like sitting down with like the feet and such, right? But her upper body's just like almost horizontal, as she's like she's a like a bad trip over a rock on the floor away from like dying, like a banana peel.
I am 1 seat away.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to lay down? Want to lay down? Let's get you lay down. Come on.
But the tree is good at sitting,
Come on. Let's lay down.
all right, random mister. Just like they kind of just like go sideways a bit. Like they were upright, and then they just kind of just lay down sideways. Like, that's the city.
All right. All right. Okay. So I just, as she lays down, I guess, I just start wrapping. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use. I want to cast Cure Wounds on.
Okay. Roll for healing.
Wow.
God, the most horrible healing rolled. Jesus.
I got a question. Is that a -2?
No, he doesn't have a no, -2 is -2 damage, which is 2 healing.
Ah, okay.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Well, damage is always counted positive. Healing is always counted negative, and at least by average to to give it a differentiation. But yeah, you recover 2 hit points as you almost the spell almost replicates your blood and refills it a little bit. Nothing helping you too much, but you feel a little better, just ever so slightly.
Thanks, Mister. Man, I feel like like now they're actually laying down. It's just like it's hitting.
You're like a little sick to your stomach from the dizziness and just lay down. It's almost like you almost feel a little like almost poisoned, kind of. There isn't really a difference from your head being spinny by alcohol or by blood loss. Like it's very similar.
Alright, let's get you a bandaged up. I start like bandaging up any kind of like wounds I see on her to like.
Yeah, sure. Roll a medicine check.
Also, you still have guidance, if that changes anything.
He used it on the.
No, when she was walking away to go deal with the 2 ladies, she's like, "Please make sure you don't press too hard on the wound," and she cast guidance on him.
Okay. Yeah, but the medicine check succeeds either.
Okay.
You as you look down and like you kind of halfway passed out. He looks at you and he like sees your ankle being in like a weird angle a little bit, and he gives it a good yank as you feel one of the tendons being like all torn, as it's a little bit out of place as he bandages it up, and there's a stick lying around as he puts a little spleen into your boot. As that one is fixed, and there's the same kind of necrotic burn on your shoulder, as that one is also bandaged. I assume you only have like 5. You gave 2 to Sin, you had 7, then you have 5. This one would make you have 4 or 3. Then?
4.
4. Okay, so you have 4 charges left. As you definitely see, these people need some rest. You are the only person being like fairly aware of your surrounding. You're not really hidden where you are, but it should suffice as long as nobody hostile, like directly hostile, moves along.
Alright.
You are some good 3/4 of a mile away from the city. Like some thousand meters. So some 3,000 feet. That's enough. Nothing should see you from the city, at least.
Alright.
You can also roll me a perception check, just for your general surrounding and your awareness.
Four.
Okay, you don't see any creatures around, but you do look into the sky. It becomes nighttime. As you look into the kind of the words into the dusked sky. It's a little reddish on the horizon. You look upwards and you see a meteorite shower. It's not in your location specifically, but it's some 10, 15 streaks across the sky in various directions. A solid few minutes go past as these swoop down piece by piece, and you would feel a tremble in the ground as that whatever impacted the ground or wherever that was is, well, some good piece away. That might be a good thing to investigate tomorrow when everybody's on their feet. Because that never happened before. It's not too far away, as if you can feel it tremble. It's a little bit northeast from here. If you want, you can note it down and check it out later, or next session, traveling off to the city, not the skeleton city.
All right.
Okay, we
Gonna.
good. Good. Everybody seems to be resting. Are you doing it as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out the blanket from my backpack to.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull out my backpack. I'm gonna pull out the blanket from my backpack and lay down next to lay next down to a tree and put the blanket on top of me and sleep there for the night.
Okay. As everybody has their night's sleep, we're gonna end off the session here. Hope you had some little fun. Nothing much this week, just a little introduction into your little set of group. You're gonna meet a few more characters soon, just so you're aware.
I'll be aware.
Okay. I'm gonna end off the stream. I hope everybody that has been listening in had some fun, and have a good day.
Peace.